The mystical power of fertility, the mystical power of Ogirisi leaves. What church is never told you about fertility and divine breakthrough? Before you continue exploring, if you have been battling delay, stagnation, fertility issues, constant spiritual attacks, household wickedness, or promise and fail, then watch this video till the end, because today I will reveal the spiritual, mystical, and biblical power of Ogirisi, the fertility leaf. This is a sacred leaf God Himself planted for us to use for healing, restoration, fruitfulness, breaking of evil cycles, and activating divine manifestation. Churches will never tell you this. But Revelation 22 verse 2 has mentioned it clearly that the leaves of the tree are for the healing of the nations. Now let's look at what actually is Ogirisi. What actually is this fertility leaf? Scientifically, it is called Nubodia lavis. It's known across Africa as the fertility leaf, authority leaf, the door opener, and the covenant breaker. In spirituality, it is used to restore homes, heal the womb, stop nightmares, and defend children, and open all forms of blocked destiny. And spiritually also, it represents something deeper, life, renewals, new beginnings. Because you have to understand that if you go to most of Africa's, especially in our Igbo land, they use it to separate or make boundary between one land or the other. That's how fertility leaf is used to separate you from all level. That the easiest way to separate a possessed child, maybe you notice that child has been initiated to witchcraft, water spirit, and so on, is carry fertility leaf twig that have 7 leaves on it, like this, place it under her pillow for 21 days. Those spiritual demonic entities will use their hand and chase that person away effortlessly. So, just like the fig tree in the Bible, Ogirisi is a tree of signs and seasons, according to Matthew 24, verse 32. Now, let's look at biblical backup about this particular leaf. Here is what many people miss. If God has given us plants and leaf for spiritual and physical healing, we must use it. Failure to use it is none of God's business. And some of us are praying prayer that God has already answered the nation. All we need to do is use it and then appreciate God for what He has done. Are you aware that Ezekiel 47 verse 12 said, "And the leaves thereof shall be for medicine." Revelation 22 verse 2 said, "The leaves of the tree we are for the healing of the nations." Who are nations? We individuals, because if we are not nations, when Rebecca was pregnant with Esau and Jacob, the first twins ever recorded in the Bible, they were seriously struggling within her. She was feeling pain, uncomfort, and so on, and she have to confront God, who is the giver of children, and ask, why is she feeling so terribly like this? God told her, 2 nations are in your womb, to tell you that we human beings are actually nations. 2 people born of you shall be divided, 1 shall be stronger. And that is to tell you we are actually nations. So if God is saying that the leaves of the tree are for the healing of the nations, according to Revelation 22 verse 2, is talking about our own healing, irrespective of whether it is spiritual, mental, psychological, emotional, or physically. It gives us serious healing. Now, Genesis 1 verse 29 said, God said, "The herbs, trees, and leaves are for your use." Failure to use it is none of God's business. All the drugs they are seeing in the pharmacy are actually made from herbs and leaves, and it's just that they process it, add it some chemical that even make it more dangerous, and be selling to us. What is the difference? That you use it a kind of raw, how God has given it to us, or that you use processed one, is up to you. I'm talking this because of some people that is actually against leaves, that once they see you with leaves, they begin to categorize you, native doctor, this and that. Leave this thing. We Christians has been deceived a lot. and we are living beyond the data line God has provided for us just because of ignorance. Bible said in Hosea 4 verse 6 that my people perish because of lack of knowledge. The earlier you embrace knowledge, the better for you. Are you aware that Ogirisi, which is also called fertility, carries a divine symbolism of fruitfulness? According to Genesis 1:28, it carries symbolism of cleansing. Psalm 51 verse 7 will tell you more. It breaks every form of curses. Isaiah 10:27 is there to guide you. It also carries vibration of protection according to Psalm 91, and it carries vibration of restoration according to Joel 2 verse 25. Because the leaf stays green all through the year, it spiritually reminds us of God's covenant. I will make you fruitful according to Exodus 23 verse 26. And that is why it is one of the best anti-aging leaf, that when you are consuming it, it does not only separate you from all evil, it will also help you not to age fast. Now let's look at the spiritual powers of these fertility leaves. 1. Fertility and womb restoration. Fertility leaf helps to open blocked wombs, restore ovulation, and break ancestral barrenness. So if you have been trying to get pregnant, it seems that nothing is working, this is the leaf you need in order to break every yoke of a lack of conception. Number 2, it breaks evil covenant. We use it to disconnect people from spiritual agreement made without their knowledge. For example, even blood covenant, this Ogirisi helps a lot to break it. Number 3, chasing away negative energies. The presence of Ogirisi around your home repels spiritual monitoring spirits. That is why sometimes I'll come to the edges of my room and drop each twig one after the other, leave it here for 1 week, sweep it and burn it. Because I know what I'm doing, I am barricading all sorts of negative spirit and energy from trafficking into my room. Again, it helps in destiny restoration. It clears old energy and opens new pathways. Number 5, it is used for healing of emotional wounds. It's not only physical wound that is, so emotional one is more devastating than even the physical. It calms the spirit, breaks grief, and restores hope. And also, it helps in attraction of good news. If you are constant use of this particular leaf, you will notice that you always magnetize favor, marital restoration, financial breakthrough, and every good thing you desire and deserve. Let me show you practical application and direction on how to use it, which these directions are very, very spiritual, safe, and scriptural. 1, you can use it to do what I call fertility bath for 3 nights. All you need is a handful of fertility leaves, or at least 7 leaves of fertility leaf, with warm water, and read Psalm 128 and Exodus 23 verse 36. You boil or soak the leaf, pray over the water. Father, as this leaf never dries, my womb shall never be dry again. So use it to bath from your neck downwards for that 3 nights without allowing it to touch your head. And you bath with your soap, with your sponge, without towering your body. You can actually add a pinch of salt to it, and you will see how you will feel better, great, and highly restored. Let me give you manifestation word that will align with this. Always say, I am fruitful, my womb responds, and my body aligns. You will always see things work in your favor by God's grace. Now let's talk about how you can use it to do home cleansing against monitoring spirits. You know, all you need is just 5 leaves of it and salt. Place behind your door or window and pray Psalm 91. When you place it in your home, you will notice that you'll be enjoying peaceful sleep, restored dream, and disappearances of strange movements. You can even use Ogirisi or fertility leaf with Psalm 91 and healing water to get divine healing. How do you do it? You mash 3 leaves of Ogirisi, or you mash 3 leaves of it inside a very clean water, read Psalm 51 over it, and use the leaf to wash your face in the morning. This will break all yokes of bad luck, stagnation, shame, rejection, backwardness, disappointment, failure at the age of breakthrough, and so on and so forth. Now let's look at how you can use it to do marriage restoration ritual. You have to take two fresh leaves of this fertility leaf, hold them together, pray over your marriage, calling your husband's name. As these leaves unite, so shall love, royalty, and peace return. Place it under your pillow for 3 nights. This is how you can use it for destiny opening ritual. Early in the morning, before you talk to anyone, hold fresh Ogirisi leaf in your hand, precisely right hand. Declare, today I open the gates of favor. You read Psalm 24, go out with your eye looking back, you will see favor follow you beyond your widest imagination. Let me give you an example of how I know this leaf have worked for some people. There is a woman I know in my location that has been looking for child. She's a kind of operating provision shop. One of the days I came to buy, she was lamenting that she needed to get extra child. I simply told her to go and bath Ogirisi for 7 days. And by the time it was 3 months, she's already pregnant. So she used this Ogirisi bath while reading Psalm 128 for 7 nights. And then he noticed that her menstrual cycle started regulating. She no longer have hormonal imbalance and she conceived within 3 months. Example again is a man with constant disappointment used this Ogirisi leaf for face cleansing for 14 days. First thing in the morning, before he talk to anyone, he will a kind of mash it and use it to wash his face, use it to wash his hands and legs. And also in the night, every night he will also do the same. And before you know it, within 21 days, oh God, he was able to get a powerful employment. That same particular month he did that 14 days back is when he got his appointment letter. That is God for you. The third example is couples that are on the verge of separation. Both of them used this Ogirisi pillow ritual and peace was restored in their home. That spirit that is dragging them to separate disappeared from them. Now take note of the law of manifestation in it. Ogirisi does not work like magic. It works by alignment. You have to believe, you speak words, you carry out an action, you have faith frequency, and you will surely get what you want. So while using this leaf, visualize your result, speak as though it has already happened, feel the emotion of victory, and never doubt your prayers in no distant time. You will surely see the manifestation. So make this decree and don't forget to write it in the comment section, because there is mathematical, scientific, spiritual, and all-round proof that whatever that is written down come to pass. Declare, my life is open. My womb is open. My destiny is open. What God planted for my healing, nothing shall stop it. And by God's grace, you see God surprising you. If you have been battling delay, attacks, frustration, unfruitfulness, and every other issues I've mentioned before, start using Ogirisi with prayer and divine intentions. And by God's grace, you see God in action, using it to perfect all that concerns you, because God actually hid power in nature. And Ogirisi, which is the fertility leaf, is one of the greatest gifts to restore fruitfulness, destiny, and peace. So my dear, if you have not subscribed to be part and parcel of this family, what are you waiting for? Kindly subscribe, hit the bell notification so as to always get my next upload. So with this, I say enjoy your day. Bye-bye.